A study by the Employee Benefit Research Institute found that 40% of American workers have less than $25,000 saved for retirement, not because they did not earn enough, because they made a small number of specific predictable mistakes that compounded against them for decades, without anyone pointing them out. Today, you are going to see exactly what those mistakes are, and precisely how to avoid every one of them. Welcome to Rich Mind Daily. This is part 4 of our early retirement series. In parts 1 through 3 we covered the mathematical foundation of financial independence, the savings strategies that accelerate your timeline, and the investment approach that builds the portfolio reliably. Today, we are flipping the perspective. Instead of looking at what to do, we are looking at what destroys retirement timelines for most people, so you can identify and eliminate these patterns before they cost you years of unnecessary work. Let us get into it. Starting too late and underestimating the cost of every year of delay. Starting too late and underestimating the cost of every year of delay. The most expensive retirement mistake most people make is not a bad investment or a poor financial decision, it is simply waiting. The mathematics of compound interest create an asymmetry between early action and late action that most people dramatically underestimate. A person who starts investing $500 per month at age 22 and never increases that amount will have approximately $2.4 million by age 65 at a 7% average annual return. A person who waits until age 32 to start the same $500 per month contribution will have approximately $1.2 million by the same age. A 10-year delay costs exactly half the final portfolio value. Not from any bad decision, simply from waiting. Every year of delay has a compounding cost that cannot be recovered by increasing contributions later. The only correct response to this mathematical reality is to start investing whatever amount is currently possible today and increase it systematically as income grows. There is no version of this where waiting produces a better outcome. Withdrawing retirement savings early and destroying compound growth permanently. One of the most financially destructive decisions available to any working person is withdrawing money from a retirement account before retirement. Early withdrawal from a 401k or traditional IRA triggers a 10% penalty plus ordinary income tax on the full amount withdrawn. On a $20,000 withdrawal for someone in the 22% tax bracket, that means $6,400 in immediate losses before the money is even spent. But the true cost is far larger than the immediate penalty. Every dollar removed from a retirement account loses all future compound growth permanently. That $20,000 withdrawn at age 35 does not just cost $6,400 in taxes and penalties. It costs the $150,000 it would have grown to by age 65 at a 7% annual return. Research from Vanguard found that early withdrawal rates spike during periods of financial stress precisely when the long-term cost is highest and the short-term alternatives are least explored. An adequate emergency fund and sinking fund system, as covered in our money saving series, eliminates the financial pressure that drives most early withdrawals. Ignoring employer matching and leaving free money uncollected. Employer matching on 401k contributions is one of the most valuable financial benefits available to working people and one of the most consistently underutilized. The typical employer match is 50 cents to $1 for every dollar contributed up to 3 to 6% of salary. On a $60,000 salary with a 50% match up to 6% of compensation, an employee who contributes 6% receives $1,800 per year in free employer contributions. An employee who contributes less than 6% leaves some or all of that $1,800 uncollected. Over a 30-year career, that uncollected match at 7% growth represents approximately $181,000 of retirement wealth that was simply left on the table, not from bad investments, not from poor planning, simply from contributing less than the match threshold. The first financial priority for any employed person with a 401k match should be contributing at least enough to capture the full employer match before directing savings anywhere else. This is a guaranteed 50 to 100% return on the match portion that no investment can reliably replicate. Letting lifestyle inflation consume every income increase before it reaches savings. Lifestyle inflation is the automatic, unconscious expansion of spending that accompanies income growth. When a salary increases by $500 per month, spending typically increases by $400 to $450 per month within 6 months, leaving only $50 to $100 of the raise actually available for improved financial outcomes. Research from the Bureau of Labor Statistics tracking household spending against income over 2 decades found that spending increases almost perfectly. Track income increases across all income levels, confirming that the lifestyle inflation problem is not limited to lower-income households. The solution is a pre-commitment strategy applied to every future income increase. Before the next raise arrives, decide what percentage will be automatically redirected to savings and investment. A commitment to saving 50% of every future raise while maintaining current lifestyle costs produces dramatically accelerating savings rates over time, without any experience of sacrifice, since the lifestyle never adjusts upward to match the income that was never spent. Underestimating healthcare costs and building no plan to cover them. Healthcare is the retirement expense that most financial plans fail to adequately account for, and the one that most reliably derails retirement security for people who retire before 65. Fidelity estimates that the average couple retiring at 65 will need approximately $315,000 in today's dollars to cover healthcare costs in retirement, not including long-term care. For people retiring before 65, who are not yet eligible for Medicare, the challenge is significantly larger. Private health insurance for a 55-year-old can cost $500 to $1,500 per month, depending on coverage level and location. A retirement plan that does not include a dedicated healthcare cost strategy is not a complete retirement plan. The 3 strategies that address this gap most effectively are building a dedicated healthcare fund alongside the retirement portfolio, contributing to a health savings account which offers triple tax advantages for medical expenses, and exploring coverage options including spouse-employer plans, professional association plans, and marketplace coverage during the gap years before Medicare eligibility. 5 retirement mistakes that keep most people working far longer than necessary: starting too late, withdrawing early, ignoring employer matching, letting lifestyle inflation consume every raise, and underestimating healthcare costs. Avoiding these 5 mistakes does not require exceptional income or sophisticated financial expertise. It requires awareness and a handful of structural decisions made once and maintained consistently. If this video helped you identify even one pattern worth changing, hit the like button right now. Subscribe to Rich Mind Daily for weekly videos on building financial independence on any income. Drop a comment below. Which of these mistakes have you made or are currently making? I read every single comment. See you in the next one.